And happy Tuesday. So excited that you're joining me today in the Crafty Studio. My name is Wendy Lee, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US. And we have some fun paper crafting for you today. Yes? Yay! Love Tuesday paper crafting, right? This is a fun Tuesday. So we've hit December. I cannot believe it's already December, right? Christmas will be here in just a few weeks. Crazy, crazy. So lots of fun stuff going on today. I launched this last weekend my uh, annual online holiday party. And basically what that is that you sign up, you place your order, and you get lots of gifts from me. So it's a good way to gather some stocking stuffers, maybe do a little shopping for yourself and get the extra perks. So I have a free card class that goes with that. Those are behind me. You can see that. So it is a watercolor melon class, and that is a stamp set that will be available to earn for free during our celebration promotion that starts in January. So you'll get some little goodies extra early, right? With that little class. So I've got that one for you as a little giveaway for the holiday party. If you've got questions, if you're on my email list, you'll get emails so that you know all about it. If you're not on my email list, you can find it on my website. But my email list is the way to go so that you're up to date on everything I've got going on. So you can sign up for that. There'll be information below in the video description. All right. We also have registration going on now for our Cultivated Creativity. That's our monthly DIY paper crafting kit. We're featuring the fluffiest friends. Oh, it's stinking cute. Stinking cute. I do have a preview sneak peek video out on my YouTube channel. You can find that if you'd like to watch that and get a view of those adorable projects. So we do 5 projects every month. One is not a card, and this month it's a little mini album, and it's just adorable. Just adorable. You don't want to miss it. It's also our 1-year anniversary of launching our club. So that means we've got a little extra paper hug that we're putting in everybody's packages this month. Yes. All right. Today is a very exciting day for demonstrators. So we get to pre-order out of the new catalogs that are coming out in January, and we get to pre-earn celebration products. New catalog, yes, new catalog starts January 5th, I believe. Let me look. 4th. I was going to cut a day off. No, January 4th is when our new catalog starts. So if you're on my email list, you've probably gotten an email already today from me sharing that you can get new catalogs from me. So you can do that if you have placed an order with me in the last 6 months of at least $50 or more. You're on my list, but I don't automatically send them out unless you tell me you want one because I need to make sure I have your correct address. So just shoot me a note, let me know. If you haven't ordered from me, go ahead and place an order. Let me know you want the catalog and I will send that out to you for free. Celebration. So celebration is to me the best promotion of the year. So this lovely little catalog is stock full of free goodies that you can earn with your purchases. Now, as a demonstrator, we get to pre-earn now. So we get a whole extra month of celebration rewards. So you want to get your hands on all this goodness now, join my Diamonds team. That's the way to go. And then you can take advantage of all the special perks. Yay. All right, ready for some crafty fun. Let's switch the camera over and have a little fun today, right? So you're going to see I am still having technical difficulties with my camera. I cannot get the wide angle to turn off. I can't even find the settings. Everywhere I've Googled and it says where the settings are, they're not there. So for whatever reason, it is what it is. So today we are going to make a fun card using some little paper scraps, right? We have so much little strips of paper, or at least I do. I'm assuming you do as well if you've done any kind of cards. So this is a great card layout to be able to use some of those little strips of paper. Now I'm featuring the Modern Garden, I think that's what it's called, Modern Walk maybe. Let me get out the current mini catalog. So this is the product suite that we are featuring in this month's All-Star Video Class Bundle. So we put together a 12 project video tutorial bundle for you every month. So this is the suite that we are featuring, Garden Walk. And I'm using that Garden Walk Designer Series paper today for our project. But you could get a tutorial bundle, this video class tutorial bundle for free from me when you place an order in my online store of $50 or greater during the month of December. You can also purchase it for $15, but why not get it free? We love free. We do. We love free. Yes? All right, so I am featuring a few little items from that suite. And then I brought in the throughout the year stamp set. I love this one. This is in the mini catalog as well. And it's just got all these great sentiments to use all year long. And so we're going to pull out this little thank you, right? Fun, fun, fun. All right, so let's get started on our craftiness. So I'm going to start off with a piece of wild wheat cardstock, and then I've got some strips, just some scrap strips of cardstock or designer paper cardstock. Who knows what I'm saying, right? I'm just kidding. All right, so we've got our little strips, which, you know, who doesn't have a ton of those? And then I've got this little wider strip here. Now I've cut this down a little bit so that it is the width that I want it to be. And I will put all the measurements in below the video after the video. So I'll go in, I will put the links to everything so you can go in, add whatever you need to your shopping cart, get shopping to recreate this project on your own, or you'll also have the cut dimensions so that you can craft that way as well. So I am just angling this. The angle of this does not matter. It's whatever you want it to be. So for today, I'm going to put this point at 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to put this point at 1/4 of an inch, and I am going to cut this in half diagonally. Now, anytime you're cutting diagonally, you want to make sure you don't cut into a point. Now, I've offset the points, so I am not cutting into a point. I'm on a flatter edge, so I can come right in. But if that was a point, I would want to start my cut inside and work my way out so I don't crush my points. So now I'm just giving myself this angled cut piece right here. Again, the angle of that really doesn't matter because you're going to build your layers, right? All right, so let's go ahead and adhere these pieces down. Let's bring in my silicone craft sheet. I think that's handy dandy to have when we're dealing with shapes like this. And it looks like my adhesive is almost empty. Hopefully it lasts for this project. If not, I got more. All right, so I've got this strip here. I'm going to put it on the bottom. And I am just looking along the 3 sides, this, and this, to somewhat get it even. And I'm going to go on the other side and do the same thing. And then we're going to fill in the middle with our little fun strips that we've created. So I'm going to put this one in there. And again, I'm somewhat looking to get those 3 edges the same. All right, so you can turn this whichever way you want to turn it. I'm going to turn it like this, I think. And then I want to adhere down these little scrappy strips that I've got. So I'm going to alternate the print just to give it a little more interest, I think. And I'm going to give it a little, do I want a little space? Maybe I don't want any space. I think I'm going to put that straight on. Let's see what my strip widths are. Is it better with space? Yeah, I'm going to do no space on these. Just because I think it'll be nice to have that bigger space in the middle. And then I'm putting this strip and I'm just butting it up against. Again, you could leave a little bit of space if you want to. And then I've got my skinny little strip here. And I'm going to flip it over to the other side. So such a great way to use all those little scraps, right? Especially when we're dealing with a 6x6 paper, sometimes it's difficult because we use a piece for our card front and then we have all these skinnier strips we don't know what to do with. And this is a great way to deal with these. So I'm just going to take my paper snips and cut away the excess that I don't need. And I've got my lovely layer. So I purposely made these go all the way across and I cut this smaller, but if that bothered you, you could have it go all the way across as well. Nice. All right. Now I like to sometimes layer the same color on top of itself. And I think it just adds a nice little finished framed look to it. So we're going to do that today. So got another little piece of wild wheat And I'm just going to adhere this flat right onto it. Again, just giving it a little extra special touch, right, with those extra layers. Now, if you wanted to, you could cut something out of the center of this since you're covering up most of this piece and use it for another project. Just a little paper saving tip. Hey, Joan, so glad you're here with me today. All right, so then we've got our card base. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're just folding this in half. Giving that a nice good crease with my bone folder. And then I'm going to pop this layer up on top with some dimensionals. So let's see if I've got some dimensionals hidden over here. And we'll go ahead and put this down. So hopefully you guys can see okay. This camera thing is driving me nuts. I guess I need to get on the phone with Apple, maybe. Let's see what I can do. I don't know if it's a problem is when you use multiple technologies together, you don't know which one is the problem. So I don't know if this is a Zoom issue or if this is a iPhone issue, right? Or both. All right, so we've got our lovely layer there. Now next, I'm going to bring in some vellum. So this is some really bold prints, and I really like them, but sometimes you want it softened a little bit, and vellum is a great way to do that. So I'm bringing in my deckled rectangles, and it is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 largest or fourth smallest, whichever way you want to count up. So that's what I've die cut already. And then I've also die cut a piece of basic white with the timeless arrangements dies, and I've done this little label here. I just love this little stitch detail on that. I just think it's very, very cute. Complements it very nicely. So let's go ahead and get our sentiment stamped. So I'm going to use Poppy Parade. And I'm going to stamp this thank you right here on this label. Now, I cannot see where I'm stamping when I'm live. So we're just going to hope for the best. Not bad. I'll take it. Now, I purposely stamped this over to the right. On my original one, I did not. And because of where I'm putting this floral element, I think it would have been nicer if it was over a little bit. So we're trying something a little bit different today. Okay. So I want to go ahead and I'm going to pop this on with dimensionals. You could do it flat if you prefer. I tend to maybe over dimensionalize, right? I love all the depth and texture, you know, but if that's not you, you don't have to do it that way. You can leave yours flat. It'll still be fabulous, right? All right, you get visual texture. So I've got that label down, looking pretty good. Now let's build our little flower. Now I'm pulling in the bow punch. So this one right here. So I love our punches. They come locked and you can unlock them by just clicking that and it's going to expand, right? And that's what you squeeze. And then you can just slide your paper in. Let's go this way. And then once you've got your paper where you want it, just give it a light squeeze to hold it and then a bigger squeeze to get it to cut out. And then I'm going to do a second one. Nice. And the great thing is the days that my arthritis is bothering me, I literally can lay this on the table and push down. I don't have to squeeze it with my hands, which is really nice on some days. Now, to put this away, I'm just going to squeeze it and lock that back. Ready to put it on the shelf. It's got a picture on one end. Super handy dandy. All right, so we've got those. Now, let's see. I think some of the products I'm using today, so the deckled rectangles are on low inventory. So if you don't have these and you want these in your crafty stash, go ahead and get those right away because they're on low inventory. Now this punch that I used has been so popular. And if you don't have this one yet, it's not actually going to be available until late January. So if you don't have that one, you could use some sprigs from some other things. If you don't have, all of these items here. All right, so let's bring in some designer series paper. Now I'm going to use this and I'm going to cut out some flowers. So I'm going to use this one right here. And then I'm going to grab this one over here as well. Now you can use the ones on the edges. It doesn't have to be one out of the middle. But this one on the edge, I'm actually going to use on the inside. And then this one I'm going to use on the outside. So you could die cut these. I believe, I'm not sure which flowers the dies actually coordinate with in this bundle, but I'm just going to fussy cut because it's super easy to cut out this flower. You can make it as detailed of a cutout or as non-detailed. Is that a word? As you would like it to be. Now, when I fussy cut, I do like to try to move the scissor versus the paper. So I get a little bit of a better, I do a little bit better with it. I think you get a better image in the long run when you do it that way. And if you can stay down in the depth of your scissors when you're cutting versus the point, that also I find helps quite a bit. Oh, didn't get it all the way. There we go. All right. So I left a little bit of color around the edge. You don't have to. It's entirely up to you. Let's go ahead and cut out this second flower. We're going to use it on the inside. Don't necessarily need it just yet, but I'm going to do it anyway while I'm fussy cutting, right? Now, fussy cutting is one of those things that is not my favorite thing to do. I much prefer die cutting or punches versus fussy cutting. However, there are times where it is the thing that you need to do for your project, and I don't mind it. I think it just depends on my mood. What do you guys like on that? Fussy cutting fan? I know I've got a few people that come to class that love it, absolutely love it. They find it relaxing and soothing, and I've got others that it puts them over the edge. Right? All right, so let's go ahead and add a couple of these sprigs right behind this flower here. I'm just going to put a little bit of Stampin' Seal. You can use whatever adhesive makes your heart happy, right? So we'll just do that and do that. Nice. And then we can layer this right on top of our little label here. Now I am going to go ahead and pop this up, but I also have some twine I want to put on it. So I'm going to hold off for just a second. And let's get a little bit of that twine out. That's jute, I guess it is. So this is our in color jute trim. See if I can find the beginning of this new roll I have here. Not always easy to find. I guess I should have done that ahead of time, right? There it is. Okay. So I'm just going to pull off, I don't know, 10, 12 inches-ish, whatever you want to use. And then I'm going to separate this because this is a little chunkier than I would like it to be. But if you untwist, you can pull these strands apart, and then I think it's perfect, right? So I just want to pull out one strand. I'm just going to work my way down. There we go. And I got one strand off, and I can use the others for another time. And then I'm going to tie this in a large bow. Now, you could do a faux bow. You don't actually have to tie it into a bow if you don't want to. You can just crisscross it behind. But because I've removed like all the bulk here, I'm just going to go ahead and go all in with it. Oh, your husband's great at fussy cutting? That's awesome. I love that. All right, so I've got my piece there. Let's go ahead and put this also behind and just stick that back here. Put a little more. Oh, no, I had enough adhesive. I like it when that happens. All right, so I've got my adhesive back there, and then I've got this cute little bit of that jute sticking out, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back of this. I'm going to kind of eyeball where I want those because this is going to sit off the edge of my sentiment. So I want to make sure that I don't want a dimensional on top of this part because that's already popped up. So I wanted my dimensionals to sit out here. Could have put them straight out on there, but I think it's good. Cute, 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 cute. Now, I built this separately and did not build it on the card front. And the only reason being is that because you can see the adhesive through vellum, I wanted to know where I can place my adhesive, right? To put this down. So this way, I know exactly what's covered and can put this right down on my card base here. Am I still on camera? I can't tell. Okay. So liking that, that's looking pretty darn good, I think. So let's add a little bling. So I'm going to use these end color dots. These are also on low inventory. So if you don't have these or need to restock your stash, this is a good time to get those. All right, we'll grab a large one. Maybe. And then we'll grab a smaller one. And let's put this medium one right in the center of our flower. So just a little shine and bling to our card base. I love it. All right, so let's bring our design to the inside. So I've got a piece of basic white and Mossy Meadow, and I'm going to layer these together. We'll put these on the inside. So this is really pretty fast and easy, and I love that it uses some of your scraps up. Makes a nice, interesting, lots of different patterns and things we can do with our scrap paper. Just going to put that right on the inside. And then I've got this lovely flower, and it's got a flat edge because that's, the corner I pulled it out of the designer series paper, but that's okay. So I can put it right on that edge there. And still have this fun element on the inside of my project. And then I didn't waste that flower, right? And I'm going to push it down a little bit because I do want that petal to cross over those layers a little bit. I think that looks really cool and kind of a fun way to go about it. So you could stamp on the inside as well, a sentiment. I like to leave them blank so that I can write in them when I need them. But super cute. What do you guys think? Do you like this one? Fast, easy, use up some of your paper scraps. Yes? Good. Well, if you guys are enjoying the content, please give me a thumbs up and share with your crafty friends. I would love for them to come over and take a little break with us and craft on Tuesdays. Yes. And if you're not already on my email list, definitely sign up for my email list. There's a few more weeks left of my 12 weeks of holidays. That's going to go through the 26th of December. I can't believe it's December, right? So it'll go through the 26th of December, and there are project duos that we're sending. We're sending a project project tutorials for the project duos. Good grief. It's a card and a not a card, right? Sending those out every Tuesday. And then, of course, I send out a free tutorial bundle every month to my email subscribers. So it's typically 12 cards. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's a couple less. But yeah, that happens every single month. All right. Thanks so much. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope to see you guys again next Tuesday for a little more crafty fun. Bye for now.